Hi, counselors, school psychologists, and therapists, and other mental health providers of students in schools. My name is Susie. I'm from the Counseling Fanny Pack of Fun. I create all of the digital products, printables that can support you, the counselor, with providing your counseling services. And in today's video, I'm going to focus on all the different coping skills activities that might help you with some of your students. So I work in elementary schools, and so a lot of my products are for the younger students, TK through fifth grade. And some of the activities middle school students enjoy also because they like to play games too. They like to have fun. They don't want to just come to counseling and, fill out a worksheet or a workbook or something like that that's not as engaging. So I'm going to start with talking about what you can get if you're helping a younger counseling group, maybe you have a small group or individual for those TK through second grade students. And what's in this bundle are a lot of more games and video activities. The first activity is one that is a PowerPoint slide game. It's also a video that's available to use with the worksheet that's in the bundle. And it's called the Coping Skills Game. A lot of these games are going to be called the coping skills game, but there's different kinds. There's dice kind, Jenga kind, and a lot of them are similar types of questions, but they're designed to facilitate engagement by having a fun activity and then kind of sneaking in those discussion questions and teaching them skills while the students are enjoying their counseling session and building rapport with you. So another one for those younger students, I always use my Candyland game. So there's a coping skills Candyland. Also an emotions game board that's similar to the Candyland, but it's just learning about all of the emotions. And it's like a camping theme. So it's kind of fun, having that camping theme like summertime. And then there's also coping skills Jenga that's included in this mini bundle. And for Jenga, there's questions that are correlated to, you're going to label your Jenga 1 through 30. And then all of the questions are kind of to facilitate discussion and have them answer questions about, do they do breathing? Should they go outside and take a walk, take a break when they're experiencing a big emotion? And with the Jenga games, you're going to label your Jenga or an imitation Jenga 1 through 30. And as they pull out a piece, it'll correlate to a question that's about emotions or coping strategies. I know I have a student that is running out of his classroom a lot when he's having big emotions. And so, playing those games to facilitate, what would be a safer choice, what might be a better strategy, which type of breathing strategy should you do, the hand, breathing, square breathing, smell the flower, blow out the candle. So there's all kinds of questions to facilitate discussion and teach the students about different coping strategies within these fun games. So these games are for the TK through second grade students. And now let's go on to our older students. What kinds of games and activities are included in the next higher level of age group mini bundle? And here is what's going to be inside a coping skills mini bundle for grades K through 5. So these are, yes, they're for younger kids, but then they're also to those fifth graders that I think are appropriate games that I use with my students up to fifth grade. So one of the games is that coping skills cards game that's included in this bundle. And then we also have coping skills Uno. Uno, sometimes first and second graders can play it, but I think it's a little bit easier with those older students, and they really like Uno. I always get good response from playing my different Uno themed games with my counseling groups. And so another game is the coping skills cards game. So this, you just need a deck of cards. It doesn't have to be Uno or any specific cards, just a regular deck of cards. And then there's corresponding questions and prompts about, related to different scenarios and coping skills and coping strategies that correlate to, the 2 of hearts and then the 9 of spades. So it's a pretty easy game, but it does help facilitate discussion and teaching of coping skills. And then another coping skills specific game is just the coping skills board game that you print and ideally laminate, so that way you have multiple uses of it. And I definitely say color print, so it's nice and bright like a real board game. And it is a real board game. And when they land on certain X's or stars, they answer questions or they have to move back a space with learning about coping skills and coping strategies. And then finally is coping skills bingo. So this one, there's a PowerPoint slide, or you can use the video that is on the Counseling Fanny Pack of Fun YouTube channel. And the students, you give them a bingo card and they can learn about coping skills while watching a fun video and playing bingo. So it really gets them engaged in the learning by turning learning into a game. So those are just some ideas on the different activities that you can get as bundles for learning about coping skills in the Counseling Fanny Pack of Fun store. I even have curriculums that are just for coping skills that will include all of these games, and it'll give it in like a structured way. The curriculums are sometimes more helpful for counselors because it's just helping you out with like, okay, week 1, do these 2 videos and use this worksheet. Week 2, time for coping skills Candyland. Week 3, it's time for, maybe watching another video or completing another worksheet. And then I like to kind of alternate different types of activities, and it's all laid out there for you. It gives you your own schedule, and it's less prep in some ways. You just have to pre-print out the games and other activities that you're going to use ahead of time, but there's less planning involved. So sometimes the curriculums are a nicer choice than the bundles. It's up to you, you're the counselor. So the links to the different games and bundles are in the description box below. And have a great day, counselors. Hope this helps you learn about some fun and easy activities for coping skills.
If you have enjoyed using any of the Counseling Fanny Pack of Fun products and you'd like to get them for free, then talk to your district today or your principal, PTO about having a workshop or professional development at your school site or for your whole district. I'm now offering throughout Southern California, starting in 2025, workshops that once I give the workshop, as part of the workshop, it's going to include social and emotional learning curriculums, as well as the 200 of my counseling activities that you can have access to with a password to my website. And we'll put them together, we'll practice them in the workshop. You'll see, how effective they are and why they're going to help your students with counseling. So it's free for you, the counselor, because you're going to try to get your district to have the workshop. And with the workshop or professional development, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, it'll include products for all of the schools that are included in your district, but your district has to contact me for pricing and coordinating a date and things like that. So just click the link below to go to my website. Towards the bottom of the main page, it's going to have a link for signing up for any workshops or professional developments that you think might be helpful for your school counselors, social workers, school psychologists, anyone that provides mental health services to students at your school or district. And you'll get the professional development and you'll get all the counseling materials from the Counseling Fanny Pack of Fun store. Okay, thanks for watching.